What's going on, YouTube? Back out here doing things to the truck again. You can see, got my rear tire off. Almost had a video about a broken jack, but for some reason it's working now. Got it up on my jack with my jack stand over there, holding it up. Noticing that my one pipe here, it's back again, very close to that shock. I'm gonna have to fix that, and even though it is shielded, one of the brake lines is leaning right on there, so that's not good. But other than that, clearance is perfect. That shock is just a little too close, but I can take care of that. Just gotta pull it forward a little bit, and it'll be all cool. But that's not what we're here for. This is about these. Whenever I had my old lug nuts on here with the old tires, I took off this one, and if you can actually see, it gacked the whole thing. Look at that, man. Like, I can't put a lug nut on there or anything like that. I don't know what happened with the threads, but it just gacked it. When I took it off, there was metal shavings coming off everywhere. Somehow this got cross-threaded on there, maybe, or I don't know, or got seized up and then just started ripping threads off. I don't know, but since I'm not using these anyway, I got my cool black lug nuts, which are so cool. I love these lug nuts. But I believe I did a video but never posted it about taking this completely apart, taking the brake off here, this brake shield plate, pulling the rotor off, taking the inside here, even though I've got disc brakes here. Inside here on the shell of the drum is my parking brake, and it acts as a drum brake, and you have to disassemble all that, but then there's just enough room to take a hammer and pound these studs out. Long story short, I ended up mushroom heading the bolt here. I did not get the thing out. It did not move one bit at all. And I do have extra studs. That's why I was trying to do this. But so since it didn't want to go, and I didn't feel like pulling out the air chisel or anything like that, figure I'd just go ahead and buy a die. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to rethread it. So that's what this video is going to be. Attempting to rethread this stud so I don't have to, well, bash it with a sledgehammer to get it off and replace it. So let's see if I can rethread it. Alrighty, that seemed very simple, and it was just the first part of the stud that was all messed up, and that's pretty much the only part that gave me trouble. Once I made it past there, it just kind of went right on. So I'm going to test it with the old lug nut, because I'm not messing up my awesome lug nuts here. And let's just see. Oh baby, look at that. Yeah, perfect. And I didn't mention it before, but this is a, well, I mentioned it's a die, I believe. Yeah, die. And it's 9/16 by 18, which I believe it's 18 thread counts per inch is the way that's set up. I'm not sure, but it's 9/16 thread pattern, that is. So, excellent. Now, I can actually have 5 lug nuts on there. I've been driving around with 4, which, if you ever have to do that, don't Google that before you have to go drive somewhere. You'll get all kind of horrifying answers and stuff like that. And it's really not that bad as long as you... I was checking my lug nuts every single time I stopped, and sometimes making stops just to check my lug nuts, my other 4 that were on here. And I was checking those a lot. So I was keeping in check with it, and nothing bad happened. So now I can put another lug nut on there. So I'm really happy. So now I'm back to having 5 lug nuts on a 5 lug vehicle, just like a normal person. So, sweetness. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out this little tech tip that I've been doing. I may go around and see a couple of these other ones that aren't looking the best and just go ahead and give a couple spins on there and clear out some threads. That's really what I was trying to do with the back. I, like, right here, this very, between my 2 fingernails, this very, very beginning part, I wasn't concerned about that because it was like the threads were gone, and, well, when they're gone, there's nothing to thread into, so you can't really re-thread it. I was mainly hoping to take care of all the rest down here. Like I said, 4 was holding it on just fine. Another one will be great, and it's got most of the tread to hold on to, and like I said, I've got long lug nuts, so that's a lot of thread to be holding on there. So, yeah, like I said, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to put this tire back on. We'll see what it looks like when it looks awesome with the tire on. Alrighty, we're back. Tire's back on. Camera might focus, this is an awesome sight because how long has it been since I put these tires on? Like a week, 2 weeks, something like that. I've been driving around with 4 lug nuts, so now I'm back to 5 on all 4 tires. So this is a really awesome day for me, especially because I gotta travel over the bridge tomorrow. So anyway, that's future me's problem. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out my little, I don't want to call it a tip, it's just kind of a logical thing. But, yeah, it's just the old tap and die, well, this will be a die, trick. I don't even know if that's got to be a trick from someone. But, yeah, just went over the threads and pretty much just re-threaded them back to the way they were. So now I don't have a gacked wheel stud. I don't have to replace the wheel stud now. Now everything's back to normal. So it's all great. So like I said, thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to throw a like down below, hit that subscribe button, come back and check out what else I have going on with my truck, because there's all kind of stuff going on. And what else is growing on around here. Got a bunch of stuff growing. And yeah, I gotta get back there like I was talking about earlier and fix that exhaust. Well, the brake line on the exhaust, I already fixed it away from the shock. I need to get that brake line off of the exhaust. Even though it's got a shield on it, I still want it the heck away from there. So I might be breaking out the zip ties. So, alright, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to do all that fun, happy social media stuff down below. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Till then, later.